American teenagers spend 31 hours a week watching TV, 17 hours a week listening to music, 10 hours a week online, 4 hours a week reading magazines, and 3 hours a week watching movies. This equals a total of 10 hours and 45 minutes of media consumption daily. That's really extreme. So to say that media doesn't affect the psychological development of our children and it doesn't play a part in defining who we are is clearly false. My name is Xochitl. I've been the director of the CJANE program, which is the programming arm of the Gina Davis Institute on Gender and Media for about 3 years now. And I'm here to talk to you today about what the Gina Davis Institute is, the impacts that media has both on male and females, and what we need to do to change the negative portrayals of both women and males in the media. So let's begin by talking about what the Gina Davis Institute is. You're all here today because you're either concerned about what the media is doing or because you want to make a change in how we influence our children. So the Gina Davis Institute was founded by Gina Davis, who's an Academy Award-winning actress. It was founded a few years ago when she was watching TV with her daughter, and she noticed a few disturbing patterns being repeated in children's shows. What she noticed was a lack of female characters in the media, and the female characters who were being portrayed were in fact being portrayed through stereotypes. So what does the Gina Davis Institute do? We are at the forefront of changing female portrayals and gender stereotypes in children's media and entertainment. We spotlight gender inequalities at every media company through research, education, training, strategic guidance, advocacy, and advocacy programs. Our mission is to work within the entertainment industry to dramatically alter how girls and women are treated and reflected in the media. So let's take a look at what media is like now. According to the Center for the Study of Women in Television and Film in San Diego State University, in 2013, females only accounted for 15% of protagonists in films, 29% of major characters, and 30% of all speaking characters. Female characters were also younger, more likely to have identifiable marital status, less likely to have clearly identifiable goals, and they were less likely to be portrayed as leaders. So what is the message that we're sending to girls? As you can see here, when I Googled beautiful women, every single one of them is hardly wearing any clothing. Every single one of them is probably this tiny. And this is what our society defines as beautiful. When I was on Twitter, I see things like this constantly. Guys and girls just degrading females altogether. And it's really upsetting that we've culturally accepted this. When I looked up women on Urban Dictionary, these are the synonyms that came up. We see Jackie over here from That 70s Show who talks about how women just need to be kitchens, cooks, and maids. And we also see famous Disney stars who not only influence children, but are also in movies such as Spring Breakers and movies where women are hyperly sexualized. So what is the effect that this is having psychologically? 53% of 13-year-olds are unhappy with their bodies, and this number increases to 78% by the age of 17, according to the documentary Misrepresentation, which was released in 2011. 65% of women and girls have an eating disorder, and the rates of depression among women and girls have doubled from 2000 to 2010. Clearly, the effects of media are very, very negative, but not only are they negative to women, they're also negative to men. When the media portrays men and women in such limited categories and such limited personalities, men are portrayed as people who crave power, they're breadwinners, and they must dismiss emotion. Women are hyperly sexualized. It's all about the beauty and not the brain, and we have unrealistic physical expectations. So what does this mean what does this do to guys? We found a link between sexually explicit video games and music videos with an acceptance of rape myths and sexual harassments. Turning women into objects where we only value what they look like is the first step in justifying violence against them. 1 in 4 girls experience teen dating violence. 1 in 4 women are abused by their partner. 1 in 6 women are survivors of rape, and 1 in 18 men are being monitored by the US. So what do these facts show? In a society where media portrays women and men with such limiting personalities, and especially portrays women in such disempowering positions and such degrading positions, we all lose as a society. So let's see what happens when we portray empowered women in the media. If we had images of Condoleezza Rice, Hillary Clinton, and images of female presidents in the media, what we're showing girls is that they have the potential to be this, that they don't have to use their sexuality to achieve power. And that's what the Gina Davis Institute aims to do. Why do we need it? Our motto at the Gina Davis Institute is, if they can see it, they can be it. And that's why it's so important to change these stereotypes of women and instead put women in power in the media, because for 10 hours and 45 minutes, we're being bombarded with negative images of women, and it's really important that we change that. So how is the Gina Davis Institute and the CJ program making an impact? Well, industry executives familiar with the Gina Davis Institute, 68% of them have used our research in 1 or 2 projects. In those projects, they have changed the aspirations and occupations of female characters or their dialogue. A 5th changed story development, 16% increased female characters. And why is this? The Gina Davis Institute is the largest body of research on gender prevalence in entertainment. Our research spans over 20 years. Not only do we try to focus on educating producers and executives, we also focus on educating future content creators, and we work with educating them at the source, like kids and stuff, right? Teaching them that stereotypes are bad and trying to dismiss them and focusing more on gender equality. If you care about the future of your women in your society, that means your moms, your wives, your daughters, then you care about empowering them in the media. If you want to be a part of the difference, you can donate now. I will pass out forms and you can make your commitment on paper. Thank you so much, and I will open the floor to questions.